Hi everyone, my name is Martha. I'm a relationship counselor and clinical sexologist, and I know the year is winding down, and so I want to wish all of you happy holidays. I am making this video to share a little bit about my year. So I am in private sessions with clients, individuals, and couples. So that is like a big part of my work. But I also am the locum sexuality counselor for Cancer Society, where I see clients there twice a week. I have run some events with them this year. And I also have been doing a project with Disabled People's Association. I ran 8 virtual sexuality education workshops with them. I also see clients through them, people with disabilities or their parents. And I also became the sexologist for of Noah and of Zoe. So they provide teleconsults for clients. I have been since November last year, been the sexologist also for sexual wellness boutique in Singapore called Pink Lifestyle. So I was doing up to 4 days a week and cut it back to 2. But I think next year moving forward, I'll be a lot more strategic in my hours because I felt like doing retail, interesting as it was, it really wasn't utilizing my expertise enough. So I want to focus next year on more content creation, writing and creating videos, helping as many people as I can through my work. I already have a partnership this year that started with She the People TV. One of my videos there, 5 things women love in bed, has hit 1.2 million views. And none of the videos on my own YouTube channel has hit 1.2 million. So do check out that video. And I became the contributor of Honeycombers. I write 1 article every month for them. And I have done several podcast interviews for different platforms, including Ladies First under Titan Media, Backstage Bunch. I also did it for Must Share News, 2 episodes. And Is Clarity Co. I did under Unique Professions. I was with offshoot of Channel News Asia. I did like 1 episode in a series, guest appearance, and did a series with Heart Weavers, and I did a few response videos for The Independent, and I also did my own events. This year has been so busy, so busy. So let me just take you through very quickly what I have done. This is my Facebook page. Okay, so this is milestones for 2021. Yeah, every year I do this to keep track of what I've done. So please check out this page because from there you can actually follow my work. And it's not just about following my work, right? It's also about getting the information that you need for yourself. So yeah, I wrote an article for Homeground, and from there I actually, I did interviews with various people. This person specializes in vaginismus. I interviewed Super Nanny, 4 episodes, and I interviewed Donna around Black Lives Matters, and Jacqueline from Netherlands around vaginismus as well. I was on Ironing Board podcast. So this is the series with Super Nanny Zoe. And mental dumbbells, wrote articles. This particular one, 7 basic hygiene practices that everybody should follow during and after menstruation. Karine, who actually also specializes in vaginismus. So vaginismus is a big part of my work. I was on this podcast with Cam Fraser, and I was on this Indonesian family network. I had a translator. I think that was like one of the first times I had translator. I was on this Instagram live Lana, and I was on Up and Out, 8-part video series. I was with, it's just, sorry, lunch actually. I was on Channel News Asia, not Channel News Asia, South China Morning Post, 3 times this year. Yeah, so this particular post, 19 audio erotica sites, has been really popular this year. Yes, I also did my own event, Sugar and Spice. So I was on this vaginismus panel. I was mentioned in Rise Media and Homeground. I did videos with them. I was on 2 panels. I also organized 3 for them. I was on Irene's Skin, talking about our sexuality and how it's connected to our skin. And yeah, so Girl Codes by Ladies First about toys. And interviewed Fazana Doctor. I started my own Telegram this year. Started with honeycombers, 1 article every month. This year I was on Mind 5 twice. I became the sexologist for of Noah and of Zoe. Yeah, so they provide telehealth. Yes, so I was with Backstage Bunch. This video has been watched 195,000 times. Yes, so I was also in the Now Festival on the panel. Channel News Asia quoted about intimacy. Must Share News. 2 episodes on Frankie, IG Live. This is Stella Indonesia. I did a workshop with them. This is untypical for Is Clarity Co. Boulder channel actually is a Philippines show. So we did penis talk. Yeah, do check out all these on my website. Contributed to Her World several times this year. And yeah, 5 things women love in bed is the #1 video. Was on this podcast, Wine, Dine, and 69. Was on Daily Catch Up twice. Not sure if you can see this one. Sexologist debunks No Nuts November, and this one, would you send your girlfriend to a blowjob workshop? Yes, I also did a reaction to No Nut November of Noah. And I did several Q&A questions for heart weavers. This appeared yesterday with 8 World. It's actually in Mandarin. I can't really read Mandarin anymore. But this article is about sexual addiction. Yesterday I finished this also. Coursera, Black Lives Matter course. I love studying, by the way. I really, really love studying. So yeah, I did all these reaction videos to the Independent. So what Independent did was they posted some articles, some questions from NUS Whispers, and I just basically did a reaction video because it's too long to type. Yeah, so this is my blog. You can check out all my work there. Follow my work. Subscribe to my mailing list. Yeah. So this has been Martha. Just want to wish all of you happy holidays, and do take care of yourself. This is a very difficult time for some people, and this is also a great time to reflect and to take a break, to rest, prepare for the year to come. And I wish for you to have a great holiday. And I really want to thank you for all your support over the years. everybody who says something nice, affirmative. It always helps. But I, of course, also welcome constructive feedback. I feel quite unsafe in my work a lot of times because of the harassment that I do tend to get being a woman. But I do work on myself to like let that go as quickly as I can. Sometimes the shock and the just the icky feeling that comes from things like that. But all in all, I really love being able to help people, to see them blossom and grow, see them fall in love with themselves, to see them gain more confidence around their sexual expression. So this part of my work is so rewarding, and this is why I do what I do. I put out content to try to help as many people as I can. So yeah, next year I will focus more on content creation. So if you have any comments, feedback, ideas, do let me know. So this has been Martha of Eros Coaching. Thank you for your support and take care of yourself. Here's to 2022.